Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Arkayla. I am a Pleiadian channel, an alchemist and a shamanic healer. And today I'm going to do a weekly intuitive card reading, and I'm going to be using Caroline Myss, the Archetype Cards for this. And I have 5 cards here. So if you want to use the timestamp in the comments below to jump directly to the number 1 to 5 that feels right to you, and I'll see you there for your reading. Group number 1, this is your card. And so don't worry about the wording. As I said, this is an intuitive reading. So it's just the image that I focus on. And the word force keeps coming up really strongly, and and it feels as though you've been pushing for a really long time to achieve certain things or to realize certain desires that you've had. They're also saying that this may also have been experienced as feeling pushed, feeling forced into things, and this force in your life it feels like it might be getting stronger. It almost feels as though it's kind of uncontrollable and aggressive, and actually it's coming up really strongly for you to witness it, for you to see this undercurrent of energy that's been in your life. Now, this could be something that's been internalized, a personal narrative, or it's something that has been experienced because of someone else in your life, someone around you who you experience as always pushing you, always driving you. And it might also be that they may not even verbally be doing it, but just their presence makes you feel that. That's how you respond to them. And so this is all being brought up to be witnessed for you. And the reason it's being brought up is so that you have the opportunity to change it. But what's also coming through here is that there is help here now coming in. It's like, I think it's more like realizations within you, observing this, what's happening. And it's as if there is a way that's coming up inside you to deal with this, like a realization of how you can start to, just deal with the whole situation differently, whether it's an internal situation or an external situation. It feels as though there's a shift in awareness happening. And this might also be other people coming into your life, observing this situation and pointing out that it's not right. And so there's kind of help coming in. And what they really want you to understand is this is all happening because, as uncomfortable as it might be, it needed to be brought to the surface to be dealt with and transformed and healed. And that's exactly what's happening. And sometimes things need to kind of crescendo before they can transform. And that's what's happening here. It's almost like it's got to get really bad before it gets better. And they want you to know this because it's all going to start to change, particularly over the next 2 weeks. You're going to start to see a real shift around this, and really helpful outcomes will start to appear. So just hold your center, trust that it's working for you, and that this is all coming up to be resolved. It's not getting worse and going to just go into chaos. It's actually coming to a place of conclusion. So go easy with yourself, hold your center, and just keep saying, I trust the process, I trust the process, and take it each day as you can. Sending you lots of love, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. So group number 2, you have this card and this lady in here. I'm just covering the words up because they're not relevant. I'm just going to do this as an intuitive reading. And so, okay, so you feel like you're in a really creative place. It's almost like you don't know where to like to focus your energies. You're feeling really abundant, really creative, and it's like, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that. And actually, you know, Spirit's just saying, enjoy yourself. Like, this is great. This is how it should be. It's you deeply enjoying yourself, deeply enjoying the opportunities that feel very present in your life at the moment. And that all this kind of play is really helping you understand yourself in a new way, in a much more profound way, because it seems as though you've not been like this for a very long time. And so this is a really beautiful way for you to start experiencing yourself in a multitude of different avenues. And there seems to be a very grounded energy in this as well. So even though it might appear to others like you're a bit kind of frenetic in that you're doing lots of different things, it's actually coming from a really beautiful, grounded place where you're feeling able to hold space for all of these things, because you're finally feeling a sense of self and of who you are. And as you keep playing with all these other aspects, you're just becoming clearer and clearer on what's important to you. And that's actually exactly what this whole process is all about. So really the message for you this week is keep going, enjoy, and don't get in your head about it. Just stay open and play, because this is actually a really important process for you, and it's one of reawakening. It's one where you're really going to get a deeper understanding of what's important to you, and that's what this period of your life is all about. So enjoy your play this week, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Card number 3, this is you. I'm just covering the words up because they aren't relevant. It's an intuitive reading, and I want to focus on the image. I've got this beautiful lady in here. So I'm feeling a lot of desire to withdraw at the moment. And it's as if, and this feels like a calling. It feels like, you know, your soul self is very clear on wanting time to yourself. It feels like a period of great self-reflection, and it's almost like you're just putting the world on pause for a moment as you really focus on what's important to your heart, what feels good to you, and you're really in this process of self-reflection, self-analysis. You're kind of very aware of your words, very aware of how you've been showing up. And this is because these are the things that are really transforming at the moment. You're kind of saying to the world, okay, I just need some time out. And as you withdraw, it's like, oh, this is how I've been. And this is the kind of thing I've been saying to myself. This is the kind of thing I've been saying to others. And actually, I'm not sure about this now. I think I want to change these things. And actually what's happening here is a really deep healing that was part of your destiny. So don't feel bad about this process. Don't feel like you are missing out in any way. Don't feel that you're being selfish or self-absorbed in any way. This is a really profound healing process for your soul. And it has been destined for you, or prophesized on a soul level for you for many lifetimes, because this healing, this reevaluation is really overdue in many ways. Not in a bad way, it's just your soul is so ready for this, and this time is very, very potent, very precious, very important. So just go easily on yourself. And the moon cycle is really important for you, the moon energy. And we've just had a new moon, and so we're in this actually very new phase of new beginnings, and really in this place of considering, you know, what changes we would like to start manifesting, to weave into our experience. And a message that's coming through for you this week is start working with the moon energy, start working with the cycles of the moon energy, because they're very, very powerful energies. And you can just journal, you know, what you would like in this phase of the moon, which is this week, is just really, you know, moving into, or having had that dark moon, moving into new beginnings, getting clearer of the changes that you want to make in yourself, in your surroundings, and just start, if you don't understand moon energies, if you don't know anything about moon cycles, I recommend you look it up. And yeah, it's just a clear message just to start working in that way, because then you're working with the natural cycle of life, and that's a really, really powerful energetic process to work with. So enjoy, and I will see you next week. Take care. Card number 4, this is your card. I'm just covering the words up because they're not relevant. We're just we're just focusing on the image because it's an intuitive reading. So there's a gentleman here with a bouquet of flowers behind his back. So something has felt out of reach for you. It's like everything you've wanted just feels as if it's constantly out of reach, and or being hidden from you in some way, or that there's some sort of block. Actually, this story around feeling blocked is very potent for you, and they want to really point out that this is a story. I don't know if you can see, but he has his back turned to this beautiful bouquet of flowers. And what they're saying is, it's like you have turned your back to the things that you want in life without realizing. And all that has to happen is that you turn around and face them. And the way that you will do that is by simply saying, I allow myself to receive everything I've always wished for. And that is your message for this week. Just make that your mantra. And do it from a really heartfelt place. Just observe how you feel when you say it. See if there's fear that comes up, and then just sit and bear witness to that fear. Just allow it to be felt. Don't try and suppress it or fix it. Just sit with it and feel it and surrender to it, and just let it move through your system. But I allow myself to receive all the things I have been calling in. That is your mantra for this week. And just sit back and see what comes in, because this energy is so ready to come into your life. It's simply a matter of you turning around, opening your arms and embracing it. So have a really powerful week, and I'll see you next week. Take care. So number 5, this is your card. I'm just covering the words up because they're not really relevant. This is an intuitive reading. I don't know if you can see, there's a woman there, and she's kind of got this hole in a book that she's peering through at us. Okay. And so there's this energy of deception here. It's like either you're not being straight with yourself, you're not being straight with the world, or someone's not being straight with you. And I feel like just pointing this out to you, you're going to know exactly which of those is true for you, or how many of those might be true for you. And the reason you've been doing this isn't because you're a bad person or because someone's a bad person. It's because it's about feeling safe. It's a bit like a white lie. Like, we use white lies because they help us feel protected. And this is I feel like this is the energy of this. It's like you're not being straight with yourself, with someone else, or they're not being straight with you because they feel, or you feel like if you're straight with whoever it is, that you're either going to hurt their feelings, or they will see you in a way that you don't want them to. It's as if you have a sense of presenting yourself in one way, and you're worried that if they see you for who you really are, they may not like you, or they might judge you, or that you will feel less in some way. And this whole experience is karmic. So this has happened, this is a pattern that you experience, and that's because it's a pattern that is come from past life experiences, which is ready to be brought into completion. And so the mantra for you this week is, I am safe to be seen, and it is safe for me to be me. I am safe to be seen, and it is safe for me to be me. And so this is really the crux of this week's message for you. This is a really powerful time for you, because this has been a very long held pattern in your soul's journey. And so bringing this into completion is going to have a profound effect on your life. So it is safe for me to be seen, and I allow myself to be me. That is your mantra. I wish you a really powerful week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.